80% of Grüns customers take it every single day. 95% take it 4 to 6 times a week. In supplements, those numbers are rare. Grüns solved the habit problem, built custom funnels, and sold to Unilever for reported 1.2 billion 30 months after launch. In this video, we scored their subscription program across 48 checkpoints. It is scored 85.5 out of 100, the highest we have ever given. Let's see what we can learn from a $1 billion subscription program and what they can still improve. So 3 things stood out. First, everything is engineered to win the first order. 55% discount, $20 discount, free gifts. All of it is loaded on the month 1. Then the upsell starts, a quarterly upgrade the moment you check out, more offers waiting inside the portal. Grüns is known for building custom funnels for paid channels, and they run different subscription program on landing pages. Second, their retention mechanism is not habit or rewards. It is novelty. A new limited edition flavor lands roughly every 6 weeks, and customer can swap their next box to the new flavor by replying to the text message. Third, for a brand this good at everything else, there is very little for long-term customers. The flavor drops give you something to look forward to, but there is not milestone, no progress to track, nothing rewards you at 6 or 12 months. Hi, I'm Rahi, and I help subscription brands grow their lifetime value. I've worked with more than 80 plus subscription brands and audited hundreds of programs. We score brands on our proprietary subscription LTV scorecard framework. 8 dimensions that include subscription structure, offer engineering, promotion, messaging, onboarding, cancellation, flexibility, and loyalty. That covers everything from product page to cancel flow. Let's begin. So what is Grüns? It is a daily nutrition gummy, 60 plus ingredients in 1 pack. You take 1 pack a day, there are 28 packs in a pouch. Product format is the main strategy over here. No powder to mix, no pills to swallow. That's how you get 80% of customers to take it daily. This is their biggest improvement on the product, which compared to AG1 or any other supplements. So they looked at what people hate about taking supplements, and they try to fix it in a fun and friendly way, which reflects in their branding, which reflects in their messaging, and that's the whole gummies approach. They position not as a supplement or a serious brand, positioned it as a fun, friendly candy sort of a brand. They started in 2023 and they were profitable in 14 months. Today they have 1 million plus customers, million gummies shipped every day, and they have very good reviews. They were acquired by Unilever in April, and they are now the poster child of D2C supplement industry. They run on Shopify with Skio for subscription and PostScript for text messaging. One last thing before we score, they are now in Target, Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club. So when you hear 90% of revenue is subscription, that is direct business, their D2C business, but not their whole company. So the first metric we look at is structure and frequency. We look at how the subscription is structured. They scored 13.5 out of 15. Their cadence math is right, but the choice is missing. 28 packs, 1 day shipping every 4 weeks. This is the perfect consumption match, and they may get full marks for it. Where they lose options is 4 weeks is the only cadence on the page. In terms of frequency, they only have 1 frequency, which is 4 weeks. Like even their inspiration AG1 has 90 day. So there should be a second frequency. They have given this like buy more, save more option, which saves like 5%, and they are running now birthday sale, but you can't change to 90 day frequency. Grüns sell quarterly too, but they just make you buy monthly first and then upgrade later. So now they have this Golds program. You need to place an order, then you can upgrade to Gold. And they are giving a little bit higher discount, like 5% higher, which is not that lucrative. G1 gives 20 and 30. They are giving 25 and 30. But there are other perks, like you get more special editions, you get more flavor customization in the mix and match. It's a better deal, but it's not upfront. The whole focus is to get the first order. Once you place the first order, then they will try to sell you an upsell. They work with after sell for their post purchase, and there is a case study as well where they have converted more one-time buyer into quarterly buyers. And they never say why 4 weeks. The page shows you the math, 28 packs, like how to use it. One reason might be their retention strategy. They focus on new limited launches to create surprise. So monthly subscription is well suited for that. No one will be able to swap for a limited collection if they have quarterly supply. So that's one of the reason. And they just did a theme on Minion. They do branded deals as well. In some interview, he was saying we want 12 months, 12 different flavors. So that's also a one reason for keeping it on the monthly frequency. Apart from that, everything makes sense on the offer structure. Recommendation will be to put second cadence on the page, not only as an upgrade, because AG1 is doing it, other supplement brands are also doing it. So it's not that tricky. And also when they are running so many like custom pages, so I don't think they have not tried it I'm not sure why, but I have not seen any press release or any discussion or any customer also talking about that. There was one argument about the freshness of the product, but these are shell products, so I don't think that's a relevant argument because it's probiotics, so it needs to be like supplied fresh. But they are already selling quarterly plans. It's not they are not selling. It's not upfront. Second metric is offer engine. We look at how the subscription offer is priced and structured. They scored 12 out of 15. Their offer is good in the terms of discount, but their pricing is quite confusing and it was different on some other landing pages. If I talk about like over here 29 and this, so there's like a huge gap between one-time purchase and this. But if I'm making it 2, then the gap goes down. But if I'm buying more, why this gap? Maybe it's a gifting thing or it's a special offer. They have different landing pages for each and over there they are giving free gifts also in the offer. The pricing is the same, but over here you see 3 flavors are there. On their main website there was only 1 flavor. So they keep on testing the offers. They keep on launching new things. So you get 40 on first order, 20 on every repeat order. The first order incentive stacks on top of ongoing rate instead of replacing it. Because if you look at over here, for recurring, there is a 49.9 for every week. And the upfront, because they are giving 20% off, one first order is for $29. Now, most brands are moving away from this. That on first subscription, you get a discount, but on recurring subscription, you are not getting those discount. We have never been able to communicate this to the customers. Most of the customers will miss this line. So this is not a recommended approach to give a first order discount. First order is already discounted and you can stack up on the free gifts on other perks. You don't need to say the first subscription, it's a subscription, but it will be on the lower cost and next subscriptions will be on the higher cost. I never liked this approach as many customers would be confused about their recurring cost. It's easy to miss. Also, the pricing is inconsistent across Amazon or other websites as well. The pricing is very aggressive. So there are multiple areas and it depends which channel you buy and the pricing keep on changing from that place. Then there is a different frequency. They are giving 5% extra for quarterly and add-on bundles is there, built a box, customizable. You can add 2 family members, you can add kit supply as well. They push kit supply in their cart page as well. So on the cart page, if I add to this, so on the cart page, there is a sampler is there, but this is there. So they give you option to bundle, add something you will be able to save. They are also justifying that kids are more likely to have if you have it together with them. And that's also one of the approach, which is different from other brands, is they talk more about the family health and wellness. It's not a single person. It's mostly about the family, like AG1 or any other product. They mostly talk about your health in this because they have kid angle also and for the whole family. So how many adults? So they are trying to push it for every family member. If you look at from the brand's perspective, they are not treating as a supplement. They are treating more like a daily nutrition, but daily nutrition, then it includes everybody. It doesn't need to talk just about you and your consumption. So this is a cool way to push higher AOV that instead of bundle, you try to cover everyone in the family and try to say for 2 adults, 1 kid or 2 kids. And that's how you create a package around that. So our recommendation would be to have quarterly price. Also, the price parity between Amazon and this website should be more lucrative because that's a first party data. Amazon has higher distribution. For most of the brands, there is a mismatch, especially for CPG offline brands. The pricing cannot be same at every place, but still you want to make it as close as possible so it doesn't spill over to your customer care complaints. And keep the stacked first order incentive. It is working fine. Third metric is subscription promotion. We look at how the site pushes the subscription over one-time purchase. They score 9.5, close to perfect with one naming problem. Subscription is pre-selected and tagged most popular. One-time is not visually de-emphasized, but they have given a cross over there. Some brands just bury this one-time purchase. In their case, they have not buried it, but they have given like cross, so that's works. For subscription dedicated page was not there, but what they have is a FAQ. So their FAQ is very detailed. They have everything around subscription. How do I make changes in my subscription? So it covers all the checkpoints around the subscription. Dedicated page would have been nice, especially for AI agents. We want a detailed page with all the FAQs, and many brands offer add to cart from the subscription page itself. You can have bundles on the subscription page. The half point they lose is the naming: subscribe and save, auto ship, exclusives, green gummy, golden gummies, 5 names for one program. So that's a little bit confusing. So you want to consolidate a name. Fourth metric is subscription messaging. We look at what the copy actually says about why you should subscribe. They scored 9.5 out of 10. They answer why subscribe rather than why buy once, and they answer it with the product. They handle the value objections with comparison table against AG1 and a cited 12-week clinical study. 30, 60, 90 days results are also mapped, and the timeline shows up against the checkout page, which nobody does. They show it on the checkout page as well, which is really cool stuff. The consistency is key. Grüns work best over time, and this is right in front of the checkout page. They push this messaging in their email as well, in their ads as well, position it as a daily habit kind of a product. So half point goes on social proof. Their own survey says 80% take it daily, but on the testimonials, mostly they were focusing on the first week reactions. And this is also nice in social proof that they are giving the benefits, ingredients, convenience, so you can see what your concern is and then you can choose accordingly. One thing in their messaging, in ads, they have highly targeted messaging for each persona. So for each persona, if you look at, so slower, slimmer, fat press, or GLP-1, healthy hair, or losing weight, or superfood, and they match it with their landing pages for everything. So everything gets a different landing page. In email, they mostly showcase the benefit of daily supplements, why you need to choose us and your immune system or the benefits. So it's not that targeted as their landing pages, but it's not possible also because same email person might come from 3 funnels and put their same email. They are mostly showcasing the benefits of daily supplements, why they are better, and the welcome offer. So why you need to take and what's the welcome offer. What we recommend is like have more testimonials for long term, and then keep the timelines on the checkout page. That's really cool. We like the studies piece also because the sample data is low, like 3,000 users or 4,000 users. Even they throw a lot of numbers at you in the page that this percentage, that percentage. But when you look at this, so only 3K post-purchase users. If someone is buying on post-purchase, eventually they will give good review. 84%, 80%, 80%, 80%. But if you look at 3,000 in Feb 2026, they did some study. And this is what beauty brands also do that. So beauty brands, when they claim that this cream improve your like pigmentation or dark spots or reduce dark spots, so they only have 40 people and they test around it and they publish, and that's fine. It's not about the volume, but still what I'm saying is that they lead with that. The social proof is important and it needs to be communicated again and again to the customers. Now, fifth metric is subscription onboarding. We look at what happens in the first 30 to 90 days after someone subscribes. They score 13 out of 15. The best thing which they are doing, which not many brands do that, they email you daily for 7 days after purchase. If you look at what happens after someone buys, so they will send you this kind of a sequence like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and it's very loud. Day 1 is upfront and they are not telling much, they are not asking much also. This is but the whole copy, the vibe of the email, rip, tap and enjoy. And then that's about it. Perfect for nutrition, they are also giving. And this is also cool. Many brands are afraid that if we send emails, then customer might go to the account and cancel. Eventually, whosoever will cancel. But idea is that you need to upsell also. So you are asking them to use the product on the first day. And the first day itself, you are asking them to order more because they are excited. They are on the like very high expectation level, so they might reorder again or move to 90-day frequency. Then they drop it, but in the initial emails they push this order more Grüns. And day 2, day 3 is here, you are crushing it. Day 4, you made it. Day 5, then they ask for reviews as well. In messaging, they are saying about that 30-day, 60-day, 90-day, and they have a review along with that. So it's not just their claim, they are saying that we have a review as well to back it up. Someone tried it for a month and saw some results. Someone sees for month 2 and saw some results. Someone's used for 3 months, saw some results. So on the day 6 itself, they are telling you a reminder that your next order will be shipped. So many people get surprised about the subscription, so they make it upfront that next supplement will have something extra also. In the first 7 days, they are asking you to make it a habit, and their email sequence is also backing it up. It's not just that it's on to you. It's also, we will make sure that you take it every day. So that's really powerful. Sometimes a brand remind the customers at the very end. By that time, it's late already and customer has not been using the product, so they might not go for a renewal. Where they lose is the routine anchor. Their copy deliberately says anytime, anywhere. This is a choice, not an oversight, and it fits the product. But it means nothing ties to the gummy in the moment of your day. They say take it anytime. So why we emphasis on this, because some of the supplements ask you to have it in the morning or with your lunch or before sleeping. So they tie it up with a day. And the Atomic Habits also, this method is called habit stacking, where you stack a habit on top of another habit. So over here, because they have that vibe that if you're going for a walk or party or in the office, so they don't tie it up to a single event. They are saying across the day, wherever you find time or whenever you want to take it, you can consume it. So that's good to an extent, but also it keeps it open, it keeps it loose, and more people are likely to forget if it's not tied up to something. But given their base, given the value, so it's a more tactical decision. But yeah, we always recommend to tie it up to a daily routine. Even the first thing in the morning always works, or first after the gym or before the workout. You need to tie it up to a habit or a existing moment in the day. Now, second was around the charging versus charge. So this was also due to some reviews which we saw, but they have like 2,500 reviews on Trustpilot. So 3-4 people, even if they miss their email or the email might be wrong or something like that, so that's totally fine. So what we would recommend is like keep any time for acquisition, but add one anchor after purchase. So you can say something after purchase that this is the first thing, or like with your breakfast, you have your gummies. The sixth metric is cancellation and dunning. We look at how easy it is to leave and how well failed payments get recovered. They score 13.5 out of 15, clean on paper and mostly clean in practice. So if you search on Google how to cancel Grüns, so you will land directly to their FAQ page. No hunting, no third-party FAQ. They have everything over here, and even the best part is that it's not just if you click here, it will directly take you to homepage. Yeah, they are directly telling you click on this, and they are also telling you what you will see, and you can just take a break. So this is really powerful because most of the brands bury this in on the product page, but not have a dedicated index page, because FAQs get indexed and every question gets a different page. So it's better for search engine, AI and everything. Most of the brand drop one line that you can do everything in your customer portal, but then the customer is lost that what you can do and how to do it and what is even customer portal is. And they are doing some sort of a saving as well. What we do in cancel flows, that this is the reason, this is the solution. So they are giving it upfront that if you are moving, you can enter your new address. If you are traveling, you can pack it, or you can pause, you can update your delivery date. Most of the brand, we struggle to put it in the cancel flows or communicate this to the customer. I would say that they have given everything. One last thing could be done, like improvement on this, is recorded videos, but that's like asking too much. But still, this works, and this is mobile friendly and everything is there. So that's why their reviews are so good. They have 4.6 reviews out of 2,300 people, which is really good on Trustpilot. Most of the people are talking very nicely about the customer service. They have been very good with the policies, and there are few reviews less than 9%, and also in 9%, they will be talking more about the product, because gummies, they have created this flavor after multiple testing. They have refined the formula, but still someone might not like the flavor. So it's okay. At that scale, 9% 1-star reviews is nothing. And that's really commendable. Cancel in the same medium, self-serve is also there. You can also drop an email. Many people were complaining in the cancellation flow that they are giving like 5 options. They have a long cancellation page, like 5 or 6 page cancellation, which I can understand, like from a subscription expert, we do those things, and they have more than one options at the checkout page. So their payment recovery, and Skio also has a good payment recovery system. So their payment recovery, failed payment dunning will also be taken care of. Against 2,500 reviews at 4.6, this is a friction at scale, not a broken system. Our recommendation would be like to reduce the screens in the cancel flow. Save offers are fine, but if there is some dark pattern is there, then it needs to be taken out. Apart from that, everything, self-serve is definitely really good, FAQ is really good, and their payment gateway solutions are also quite good. Seventh metric which we look at is flexibility. So we look at whether the subscriber can skip, pause, reschedule, change frequency or swap without contacting anyone. They scored 9.5 out of 10. We have seen this in their customer portal that anyone can skip, pause or cancel my subscription. So this is already covered. They give all the options. You can also do like accidentally have 2 subscription. Can you help? So they are covering the corner cases as well. Everything is named and most of it is shown. Skip, reschedule, cancel, change frequency, pause, all are named on the product page and also in the help center. Most brand name one and hide the rest behind cancel button. They are being upfront about it that you can always pause or cancel anytime. Apart from the FAQ page, which is really nicely done, we can also have some kind of a videos over there. Rest, everything is there. They are all giving all the options upfront. All levers are listed. The last metric is loyalty and surprise. We look at what subscriber get for staying. They score 5 out of 10. It's a different model. They are positioning themselves more like a candy, Coke or Oreo and less of a supplement brand. Oreo is famous for dropping limited edition. Coca-Cola also launches multiple limited edition collections like for FIFA. I think it's not the fair comparison because their retention policy is more suited for an offline brand than to a D2C brand. They are working on the rewards. They have this gold membership as well, works on the quarterly subscription. But the idea is that what I'm getting for being there for 6 months or 12 months. New limited edition flavors for roughly every 6 weeks. 2 to 3 were licensed like Popsicle, Minions, and you can swap for next box. So they have these kind of things like limited edition, which they are playing on. But everything else like the gifts or the discount, they are just stacking up on the first order. There's no milestone roadmap before you subscribe. They have VIP Access Pass, which includes some kind of a cross promotion across different brands. Golden Gummy is their main loyalty piece, which they are pushing. And apart from that, there's nothing for a 6 months or 12 months customer. But they have a cult following, and because of that, they have merch also to attract customers and to give them a more like ambassador sort of a feeling. Because most of their growth came from influencer marketing, so they have a nice referral program also for a small influencer. For big, they might be doing one-on-one deals, but for small influencers, for a college kid or someone, for a $20, even if you get 2 friends, you got 2 months of supply. So at least these kind of things they have for loyalty and for reward. What we would recommend is to have something more concrete, but I think the main focus is on limited editions, and that's working to an extent, and it's more suited for offline. Because if someone is buying on Walmart or Costco and then they are buying on online. So if you try to mix and match those things, then it will create a lot of confusion for the brand. I think that's also one of the reasons that they are not having those kind of milestone and reward system. They give out samples of their sister companies, but not many people have mentioned in the reviews about unexpected gifts or unexpected surprises from this brand. What we would recommend to keep the limited edition program exactly as it is, and nobody does it better, but then put some kind of automatic gift on order 2 or 3 and show progress towards something. At least recognize 6 or 12 months customer. You have the quarterly supplies, you have the perks, you have relation tie-ups, referral program as well. So if we add something for milestones, that will solve for the loyalty. To summarize, 85.5 out of 100, 44.5 from getting you to subscribe and 41 from keeping you. This is the highest score we have ever given. A 1.2 billion exit in 30 months built on a product people actually take, and a subscription program that mostly holds up behind it. And by looking at the social media, it seems that they have a cult following, that their targeted messaging and the fun vibe is doing the real retention work, which no scorecard will be able to capture. But what they have not built is the reason to still be there on the month 12. Everything rewards the first order because they are very aggressive with the first order and acquisition funnel, and nothing rewards the tenure. For most of the brands, this is the opposite problem, and it is easier to fix. Grüns solved the adherence or the habit or the product usage problem, which is the main problem with the custom funnels and custom messaging and the fun vibe. They have solved the acquisition problem. In the terms of retention, subscription is doing the heavy lifting for them, and the limited edition is a very fun strategy to keep the customer excited for their shipment. Now the only piece missing is the reward system. So there are 5 things in this video you can copy this week. 7-day welcome sequence, the pre-charge reminder that announces the next drop, the Xbox against the one-time purchase, the itemized portal list, the FAQ, the results timeline on the checkout page. These 5s are easy fix and they will give you a bump immediately. None of these needs a licensing budget. Want your program scored the same way? The link is in the description. It is free and it's the same 48 checkpoints you get. Subscribe. The next breakdown is coming soon.